Before I could speak to them, my dance was speaking to them. And that's how I think I established connections.
I know I have let go of things that were traditional to my family, but I've held on to things that are very important for me.
Traditional culture informs our identity, but it doesn't fully define it. For the Indian community in Southall, London, embracing both traditional and non-traditional parts of their identity has led to a unique and vibrant community that's making history. I'm Jessica Nabongo. I'll be talking to locals about how they ended up in London and what it's like to be both British and Indian.
This is really a very, very special part of West London. This is almost like you can carbon date it because this is where the South Asian diaspora came in and settled. It's a joyous place.
Asma Khan is a renowned chef, author, and restaurant owner. She stepped away from a successful career in law to pursue her passion for food.
Where I'm taking you is one of these kind of many fabulous eateries here because it has to pass what I call the Indian auntie test.
Okay.
If you take your Indian auntie and she hates it, you're never going to go back.
Okay.
So, there's a level of spicing, heat, kind of authentic mix of flavors in these places because this is the audience.
I hope I can handle the spice. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
No. It should be fine.
Your supper clubs are legendary. How did that come about?
I really wanted to do something with food, but 10 years ago, you didn't see anyone who looked like me in the restaurant world. So it was the only way for me to actually try and do something was to start from home.
And now through the restaurant, through the pop-ups, you've created this amazing community that feels like home for so many different people.
Yeah, and what is very unusual about our restaurant is the fact that entire food is being made by South Asian women. And our restaurant is, at the moment, the only Indian restaurant at this level in the world, which has an all-female kitchen cooking Indian food.
And so how, through the food, do you find balance between your British and Indian identities?
I have lived longer in Britain than I have in India. But when it comes to things like food, music, clothes, I think my roots go to the East. So I am living two cultures. I'm from the East and from the West. You hear this in my accent.
Yeah. How has WhatsApp changed how you've communicated with your family?
Everyone's accessible. I send my mother the picture saying, this has happened, what do I do? She has a solution. Indian moms have a solution for everything. Even if that solution means bin it and start again.
Next, I sat down with Krishan Sachdeva, another local with Indian heritage who has carved his own path through this unique intersection of cultures. So what's the history of Southall?
So for over 70 years, the Indian community has called Southall home. I would describe Southall as a multicultural place, one which is super authentic and one which is steeped in so much history. For a lot of people, it feels like home away from home.
As a second-generation immigrant and history teacher, Krishan has dealt with his own struggles to find a place within the community.
Yeah, it's been like something I've been balancing my whole life. I'll speak to my nanny in a different way to the way I speak in class when I'm teaching here in Southall. But also, I grew up playing cricket. I like loving cricket, watching it on TV.
Are you a part of like any cricket groups or clubs?
Grace's Cricket Club is the first LGBT+ club in the UK. And it celebrates people from all backgrounds and everyone feels like truly included. Everyone feels valued and there aren't many spaces like that for people from the Indian community, people from the British community, and where like there's an intersection of identities.
How has WhatsApp really helped you to stay closely connected with friends and family?
Well, I've got a great story about how I voice noted my aunties, and I voice noted them about how I was gay.
Oh, wow.
And I had a partner, and it was because I really wanted to tell them, but I didn't know when I was going to see them. So that was my opportunity.
Yeah. And a voice note, it still feels personal because it's your voice. Yeah.
It's the most personal you're going to get without actually seeing them. And then they replied back. One was like working in the office and she was like, I'm in floods of tears. Thank you so much. I feel so honored that you've told me and I'm here for you. And so, yeah, it was super lovely.
So beautiful.
And so, yeah, without WhatsApp, couldn't have done it.
A relative newcomer to Southall, Suhani Dhanki Mody is an accomplished dancer and the founder of Manch UK, a platform that empowers cross-cultural artistic expression and couldn't exist without those who came before it. Have you been able to sort of find community here?
I think what bound me to the community was dance.
Oh, I love that.
It keeps me connected with my culture. But what it did was it brought me closer to the community here and helped me build a home away from home because I felt comfortable doing what I was doing. Also because I think over the years that there have been artists who have come here and they've really worked hard in making sure that Indian classical dancing has a space in the UK. And that's why today I don't feel like an outsider doing Indian classical dancing here.
Oh, amazing.
Which I think is incredible. This is an Indian classical dance form called Bharatanatyam. It's the dancing, which basically entails emotion, music, and rhythm. I think the biggest culture shock was to not have people around. At any given time, even at home, you constantly have like people coming in and going out, so it's bustling.
My father, I always thought was very low tech. In his late 70s. He's the king of WhatsApp.
And we all have our family WhatsApp group chat.
Everybody has a family WhatsApp group chat. The Indian community in Southall appears poised to continue to grow in terms of sheer numbers and influence across the city of London. And I can't wait to see how the community continues to grow and evolve in the years to come.